What happens if a restraining order is not served in Washington State? Are you trying to serve someone with a restraining order? Is there a restraining order against you that you've heard about but you haven't been served with and you wonder what's going to happen? Well, if you have those questions or you're just interested in this area of the law, this is the video for you. In this video, I'm going to cover three things. What happens when you aren't able to serve someone with a restraining order? What happens in court? Number two, if you're trying to be served with an order, you've heard about it, what are your options? And finally, number three, if you really just can't get someone served, what possibly can you ask the court to do to try to fix that situation? So my name is Lance Fryrear, and I'm the owner of the law offices of Lance Fryrear. My law firm's been defending people charged with crimes and handling restraining orders all throughout Washington State for more than 20 years. And I'm putting out these videos as information to the public. There's not much out there. So if you find this video useful, please like, please subscribe to the channel. More people will get the information they need. Now I'm just going to jump right into it. As far as the restraining order goes, what happens if you don't get someone served with the order? Well, if we're talking about you've went into court and got your temporary restraining order, and now the court has told you need to serve the respondent. If you don't get the respondent served, what's going to happen is you still need to go back to court for your permanent order hearing. Now we're talking about you went in and got the temporary order. They said come back in 2 weeks. And let's say that you have been unable to serve the respondent. You can't find them, they're hiding out. So what does that mean? Well, it means you come back to court in 2 weeks, and the court's going to see you haven't served them, and the court's going to say, sir or ma'am, would you like me to reissue the temporary order and set this case out another 2 weeks to give you a chance to serve the respondent? And you'll say yes. And so you still get another chance. And that can go on many times. So if you're not able to serve the respondent, you have to keep going back to court and keep asking for more time to serve the respondent. If you are in the case where you're trying to serve the permanent order, it's a little bit different. In that case, the respondent may be held to have already been served because they were served with the original order. So this is more about the temporary order. So number two, what if you're a person out there and you've heard that someone's tried to serve you with a restraining order? What should you do? Well, as you've just heard in the first part, unless you're served with the order or unless you are shown to know about the order, it's of no effect on you generally is what the argument is and usually how it's looked at. So some people will continue to not be served and then watch the courts to see, does the petitioner keep coming back to court or not, or do they sort of give up because there's been no contact? Some people want to get served because they want to have their day in court, and so you can contact law enforcement of your jurisdiction, that's probably who's trying to serve you wherever you're living, and say, hey, my name is such and such. I've heard there might be a restraining order someone's trying to serve me with. They'll be able to look it up in the computer if it's their agency and see that who's out there trying to serve you. So that's another option you could do. You can also contact an attorney. We do sometimes help people figure out the best course of action in that situation. And then finally, moving on to number three, what if you just can't get them served? You're the person trying to get the respondent served with that temporary order. You've been to court 3 or 4 times. Well, you can ask for service by mail if you have a good address, and you can ask for service by publication. Now, there's complicated rules to that, but in the situation where you've been to court many times, usually the court is a little bit sympathetic, and they might point you in the right direction. If not, then contact a lawyer. A lawyer's going to be able to help you figure out what the next steps can be for these extreme steps where it's impossible to get service. There are remedies under the law for how you can serve someone by mail or better yet by publication. So I hope you found this video useful. If so, again, please like and please subscribe. It helps us get the information out. And more importantly, if you're in this situation with a restraining order, we've been handling restraining orders, again, more than 20 years, you can give us a call. We'll listen to what happened. We'll usually have you send us the order, what you've got. And if we make sense for us to try to get on board, we'll set you an appointment. We'll see if we're able to help, and we'll be there for you. Thank you.